Hi friends, in the last lecture we had discussed about the Election Commission. In this video we will discuss about the Union Public Service Commission. As we all know, the UPSC is a constitutional body that comes under the article from 315 to 323 and it is responsible for the recruitment of all India services and central services and the state public service commission services. It is an independent and impartial body. That means it can work independently without interference of the government. UPSC is mainly composed of chairman and other members. The number of members is not fixed in the Indian Constitution, but usually 9 to 11 members are there. The chairman and other members are appointed by the President of India. There is no such criteria for the appointment of the chairman and other members of the UPSC, but majority should be the persons with at least 10 years of experience in government services and one half of the majority should have experience of 10 years in government services. As we discussed in the previous slide, that the chairman and other members are appointed by the president and the tenure of the members and chairman is 6 years or until the 65 years of age, whichever is earlier. The conditions of service cannot be changed to their disadvantage. The persons or the members or the chairman of the UPSC can only removed by the president on the grounds of misbehavior, insolvency, engaging in paid employment, mental or physical infirmity, but they cannot directly removed by any other member of the parliament. They can only removed by the president of India. The main function of UPSC is to conduct the exams for appointment to services of Union, advise President on the disciplinary matters, promotions and transfers, recruitment methods, service rules, etc. But the functions of UPSC is not included about the appointment of on the basis of reservation of SC, ST, OBC and EWS candidate, and it is also not responsible for the training of the personals, training of the bureaucrats. It is not comes under the UPSC guidelines. As we know, the UPSC is an independent body and it is responsible for the security of tenure of members. Service conditions are protected and the expenses of the UPSC is charged by the Consolidated Fund of India. UPSC submit reports on the annual basis to the President and the report is laid before the both houses of the Parliament, Lok Sabha as well as in the Rajya Sabha, with explanation of non-acceptance of advice. There are certain limitations of UPSC also. The advice of the UPSC is not binding and the government is not responsible for taking the necessary actions on the advice of the UPSC. They can take the advice but it is not binding and they cannot advise on posts under rule made under Article 309 without any references, as we had discussed in the previous slide that on SC, ST and other reservation methods this is not comes under the UPSC jurisdiction. From Article 315 to 323 there are certain rules and regulations that comes under different articles. The Article 315 tells there should be a public service commission for the union and each state if two or more states agree to form a joint public service commission. That comes under the Article 315. Article 316 tells about the appointment and terms of the UPSC members and chairman. As we had discussed in the previous slide, the chairman and members are appointed by the president, and in case of states, it is appointed by the governor. And the term of the members is 6 years or 65. In case of State Public Service Commission, it is 62, whichever is earlier. Article 317 tells about the removal and suspension of the president, suspension of the members by the president for the misbehavior after inquiry by the Supreme Court. Article 318 tells about the powers to make regulations. The president can determine the number of members, decide service conditions, frame regulations about the staff of the commission. Article 319 tells about the prohibition on further employment. A chairman of UPSC is not eligible for further employment under the Government of India or any state. But if a member of the UPSC can become a chairman but not any other post, there are certain cases in which the member or the chairman become the governor, and the Supreme Court tells it that governor post is a constitutional post, so it is not comes under the Article 319 prohibition on further employment. Usually if a chairman of UPSC is not eligible for further employment under the Government of India. And Article 320 tells about the functions of the Public Service Commissions, conducts of exams and appointment, advise on the recruitment, promotions and transfers, disciplinary matters, service rules and pensions. Government may consult the commission but not is advice binding. Article 321 tells about the extension of functions. Parliament or a state legislature can assign additional functions to the UPSC and State Public Service Commission regarding local authorities or other bodies. And Article 322 shows the expenses that are charged by the Consolidated Fund of India and not subject to parliamentary vote. Article 323 shows the reports that UPSC have to submit an annual report to the president, and in case of State Public Service Commission, the Service Commission have to submit the report to the governor, and reports are laid to the parliament or state legislature with explanation for any non-acceptance of advice. These are some previous year questions related to the UPSC. Question number first that has been asked in prelims 2020. With reference to the Union Public Service Commission in India, consider the following statements. First one, the chairman and members of the UPSC are appointed by the President of India. The second is the chairman and members of the UPSC are eligible for further employment under the Government of India. Which of the statements given below is /are correct? Option A, first only, B, second only, C, both A and first and second only, D, neither one or nor second. The second question that had been asked in prelims 2015. Consider the following statements regarding the UPSC. First one, the UPSC is a constitutional body. Second, the advice given by the UPSC is binding on the government. Which of the above are correct? Option A, first only. Option B, second only. Option C, both A and 1 and second. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. This question had been asked in prelims 2013. Which of the following are correct regarding the UPSC? First one is, it is responsible for conducting exams for appointments to the services of the union. Second, it is consulted in matters of promotion and disciplinary actions. Select the correct answer using the code below. A, first only. B, second only. C, both A and first and second. D, neither one or nor two. This question had been asked in prelims 2008. Which one of the following articles of the Constitution provides that it shall be the duty of the Union Public Service Commission to conduct examinations for appointments to the services of the Union? Article 315, Article 316, Article 320, Article 321. Kindly give your answers in the comment section. If you have any query related to this topic or any topic that I have uploaded video, you can ask me in the comment section.